Let's talk grazing muzzles. Why would you need a grazing muzzle on your horse? Also, my horse routinely gets sores and rubs from her muzzle. Is it well fitted? Oh, it is well fitted, but I find in wet conditions it still rubs. Any tips or tricks to prevent this? Thank you so much.
All right.
You came to the right place.
Oh my goodness, I've been dealing with muzzles for years, so I
feel like Newman's been dealing with muzzles.
Well, it's no, both of us, because fitting a muzzle can be exasperating.
Taking a muzzle off can be very fun for Newman.
Filling, yeah, yeah, he excels at that. I mean, my job is to fit it, and then his job is to unfit it. So first we'll go through why do you put a muzzle on.
Yep.
You have those horses that are easy keepers, and so you might use a muzzle just to restrict their intake, their caloric intake. Some horses specifically can't have sugar, so, and there I'm thinking the Cushing's horses, the equine metabolic syndrome, PSSM, laminitis. There you might only have to muzzle in the spring and the fall when the grass is particularly risky. And for some horses that don't have an underlying health condition, maybe just that transition period in the spring, muzzle while the grass is growing fast and you really haven't had a chance to adjust, get them adjusted, transitioned into the grazing. So you could just for a month or so use it. But mine wears a muzzle from like April to October, pretty much all day, like maybe 10 hours. So it's got to fit well, and I feel your pain on the fitting. What I do, I get a new one, and you have some choices. There are what I call onesies. They're
This is feeling very relatable for me.
Yep. They're the muzzle and the strap that holds it on all together, like in one piece, right? And then there's the muzzle separate, and then you buy a quick release halter that fits on it. And so and then there's a variety of options of muzzles. There's the easy breathe, there's the soft ones, there's harder ones, there's all sorts of ones. And I've gone through probably 20 muzzles. Wow. Yeah, because it's all about the fit, the comfort, what they'll tolerate. Some they tolerate more than others, and you kind of have to experiment. And then you can have like a muzzle swap with your friends. You know, like this, I tried this one.
Do you belong to any like weird Facebook groups?
Maybe. But if one doesn't work for you, you bring it to your muzzle swap, and then it's perfect for somebody else. And so it's nice because it's a lot of money. But so you put it on, and the instructions say exactly how to fit it. And typically it's like you want the bottom of the muzzle to be an inch from their mouth, so they have a little room. And then I leave it on for about a week, and then I can see where it's rubbing. Then I take a variety of fleeces. Now this one is the Miracle Color fleece cover, and you ask yourself, why did she take this one? That's not for that, but
seems quite specific.
It's got this really big, I'm not pointing well, really big chunk here. I don't actually know where it goes on the bottom here, but I use this on the bottom of the muzzle here.
On the shin groove.
Yeah, and that keeps it, because their jaw is moving all the time as they eat. And so that's a common rub spot. For the rub spots along the cheek pieces, then you have this piece. You can also just buy a halter, a fleece set, which is what this is. And so the nice thing is they're all Velcro. And so you can easily pull the Velcro apart. I know, I can hear it, it's just not coming.
Yeah.
But you can put it on the cheek pieces. Where else do they rub? Sometimes on the top. The other thing I've found, I have a lot of experience with this, you came to the right person, is that moleskin. You know what moleskin is? Okay.
Of course.
I just
My sisters are ballerinas. I'm very familiar.
Perfect. Okay. So I just go to the pharmacy and get their heavy duty moleskin. And then when I see where he's got rubs, then I moleskin that area. And I kind of like moleskin better because it's thinner. And if you put this on like the crown, sometimes they go foink. It makes it really easy to get off. It's fine on the cheek piece, but I moleskin the crown. Yeah, so I all kinds of fleece, moleskin, but you gotta he's gotta wear it for about a week to figure out where it rubs. So yeah.
I told you came to the right place.
Oh my gosh, I could go on forever, but